Hello everyone and welcome to 12 Days of Sketchmas. For today's prompt we're going to be working on Nutcracker Couture. If you haven't been watching 12 Days of Sketchmas, essentially I created this list with my Discord group and we have been working through the prompt list each day, and so there has been quite a few videos and there is a playlist to check out if you've missed any. Okay, so Nutcracker Couture. Yet again, I am inspired by the Sugar Plum Fairy, by the Nutcracker Prince. You guessed it, we're drawing nutcrackers. And not just any nutcrackers, we're drawing some cute little fairy type nutcrackers in different types of suits. In the end, I ended up creating 4 different types, and this is a colouring page that is also available to Patreons. And for this project, we're going to be working on a garland. Now, this is really fun project for anyone to work at. You don't necessarily need a printer for this. You need some paper, your drawing equipment, a hole punch to be able to punch a hole in, and some string. It's a really fun, simple project that anyone can do. However, if you do have a printer, you can certainly print out the things after you are done colouring, because you can either colour them digitally or traditionally. And if you want to go that extra mile, you can even laminate them. That's right, there is quite a few ways that you can actually end up creating sort of like a character lanyard, and it is so fun to do. Like, I had a lot of fun just drawing these anyway, and then when I got to make them into a cute little garland, I was like, oh, this is perfect, this is absolutely wonderful. So here is the characters all together. As you can see, I've printed out 2 sheets, so then I've got 8 characters in total. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this, but I got this hole punch from when I was doing the Shrinky Dinks, and I decided it would be perfect for also using this. You can use a hole puncher. You don't necessarily need a specific piece of equipment to be able to do it. But after I've done that, what I do is I very roughly cut out these shapes. It means that I'll be able to colour these in and go back at a later time to be able to cut them nice and neat. But I'm going to show you how I've coloured one of these, so if you're interested, you can totally check it out. This has been printed on mixed media paper, so if I wanted, I could use watercolours, paints, I could use markers, coloured pencils, you name it, I could use it. And that is probably one of the best things about mixed media paper, is you can have a play around with it. So now onto the colouring. So we decided to colour the actual first fairy itself, which is this cute little lady here. She's got like the typical Nutcracker jacket on, the typical Nutcracker hat, but instead of pants she's wearing a very cute skirt. I wanted to keep her within the traditional yellow, gold and red sort of theme that you have with the black hat, and I did actually swap around a lot of different colour schemes for all of them so that I had a rainbow effect of all different types of nutcrackers, and I thought that was really fun. I'm just doing the basis. I'm putting down my base layer with alcohol markers, building up texture with pencils up on top or watercolours to get the desired effect that I'm after, and if things ended up bleeding a little bit too much, touching up with some acrylic pens here and there to be able to get the desired effect. Nutcracker Couture is actually a prompt that I have done before, and it's one of my favourite prompts because you can take it to a sort of like fashion aspect if you wanted to, where you can look at the traditional Nutcracker outfit and deconstruct it. I just sort of had this idea of like a parade of Nutcracker fairies wearing like really pretty outfits, and that's the sort of idea I went for in particular. But the best thing is about these prompts is anyone can interpret them any way they wish to. And if you don't know what Nutcracker is, a Nutcracker is, as it says on the name, it's a traditionally it looks like a sort of like a army sort of guy. He's got the red suit on with like the sort of style army jacket with the big I don't know how to describe it. It's just a very beautifully made jacket, and you can open and close their mouths to crack nuts. It's normally associated with Christmas time because a lot of people end up actually eating nuts around Christmas time, which for those who are allergic to nuts, I salute you. You are doing. I'm very sorry that you cannot enjoy them, but it's a very satisfying crunch when you crunch them down. It has this sort of like really. I don't know. Go look them up. They're really fun to look at. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and they're also a part of the Nutcracker ballet, which is a story about Clara and the Prince of the Dolls, which I'm obsessed with. I've already done 3 videos relating to that already, and I know I'm terrible, but I'm on a fairy hype. What can I say? We seem to have drawn a few fairies for Sketchmas this year, but I'm having fun, don't judge me. So after I put down my markers, I am just building up texture, taking my time, sort of like getting the texture areas where I want to. And if you didn't want to laminate, you could seal them with glue, add glitter to them. You can make snowmen. The best thing about a garland is that you can customize a garland to be whatever way you want. And a garland is essentially just a hanging. It's kind of interesting because there is a few different types of garlands that come up when you type in garland. You've got the paper garlands, which is one of my favorites, where you sort of create like loops of paper and they can be hanging as a decoration. You've got flower garlands, which essentially is like flowers all put together to create like something that you could put up on top of a mantelpiece. They are mainly a decorative form, and another form of garland is they're called character garlands, where you have a string of characters on a piece of string that you hang up. And I really love these, and I like creating my own, and that's why I thought this was a super fun project. So here I have all of them. As you can see, I've done lots of different colours. We've got pink, we've got purple, we've got blue, we've got green, we've got yellow, we've got orange. Practically the rainbow is here. So all you need is some string, and you can see where I've created the loops at the top. We're just going to be attaching them to the loops, but first I need to make sure I've got enough string, so I'm just going to roll out a little bit of string so I can go from there. But no, this project probably took, if you're including all the colouring and the printing and stuff, it took a couple of hours to do, but it's a really fun sort of like chill out project that anyone can participate in, regardless of whether or not you celebrate the festivities or celebrate the holidays. You can do this for any theme. You could create Halloween ones, summer ones, spring ones, winter ones. You can create whatever you want, and that's what's so versatile about this project. So I'm just going to tie the things to the loop, and you can see I'm going to pull it through the string here. There are easier ways to do this, but this is just the way that I do it. Essentially, I pull the string through, and you don't have to tie a knot, but I like to tie a knot just so it ends up staying secure, because if you've got a cat that likes to pull things off, you know as well as I know that that would not last very long. So I like to tie a little knot up here so then it stays nice and secure. Ta-da! Just pulling the string through. It takes forever to pull string through, but you can see here, you know, it turned into a really cute like little garland overall, and I was really happy with the end product. And there we are. First one knotted. We've got this. Yes. Now to do the other 7. But don't worry, you're not going to have to watch that. And here we have all of the characters up on the garland string themselves. You can hook this up at the window, if you can hook this up on the wall, you can put it wherever. You could even put it on the tree if you wanted to, and that's what's so fun. So I hope you've enjoyed my interpretation of the prompt Nutcracker Couture. Tomorrow's is going to be Snowball Dance. Maybe a prom. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure to love what you do, keep on drawing, and as always folks, stay creative.